Brando just messaged me and said, some dude on the phone says he has a pisser of a joke. Do you want the call? I have the most insane story about a mower and a 3-legged dog. I'll call you and tell you about it. I have been fucking dreaming of the day when we have a live caller, and I've been thinking about getting it added to people to be able to ring in with their questions. Yeah. Bring it in. This could be interesting.
This is Cody, mate, and this is Lawnhub, mate. This is a dream come true.
You are our first ever live caller. Welcome. Deserves. Isn't this usually on the other side? What's going on? Why?
It's all happening.
You know what really upsets my apple cart is when it works and then people change it.
Change it, yeah.
Like the cheese and the hash browns and the milk and Dylan's hair. Why are you guys sitting so far away?
I feel like this has been moved.
Are we? Is this like a wedding? You're at the fucking head. You're at the wedding table. What? Are we live? Yes. All right. Cool. I need a computer to plug into this PowerPoint.
What is it? Episode 34. Ben Hart. I'm just going to name Crow's numbers for the episodes till I run out. So 34.
Whatever happened to Ben Hart? Didn't
he end up coaching Norwood?
Did he move into a coaching role?
Probably.
I thought, is it Marty Matner? I saw him in the background of an AFL team the other day.
Yeah, he was the Sydney.
He was the Norwood coach for a while, wasn't he?
Yeah,
won a premiership.
Did he do some at Sydney? Anyway, I don't know. Yeah, sounds about right. What remote's that?
That's the remote for the projector that I didn't need in my office the other day.
Oh, yeah, that was a bad decision.
I probably have to send out a bit of an apology letter to the sales team. I was a bit fired up on Tuesday.
I think people have worked with you long enough to understand.
What's that?
I think people have worked with you long enough to understand.
I had a bad morning. Dylan. Are we ready? I feel like I can't hear anything. Can I have some volume, please? I need my snare. No, that's good. Thank you.
That's really good.
I also need my helmet. Are you right? You look really tired. I'm great. All right. Welcome to the podcast. For those of you that are still here. Oh, come on. First. So we're here for episode, what did you call it? Episode Ben Hart?
34.
And your audience will be excited to know that, well, the two of you watching and listening will be excited to know that we have my soundboard back. I can't hear it. I don't think my headphones are plugged in. What's going on? This is horrible.
I didn't hear the soundboard.
I don't think the soundboard's working. Is this camera meant to be in front of me?
Yeah, if you could scooch.
I'll have to move this again.
Yeah, hang on.
What have you done today? This is fucking like. And I'll say this with as much. I'll try and do this as politely as possible. It would be very important and valued to me if you could have this podcast set up perfectly ready for us when we come in here late. Yeah.
All the cables.
Those cables have been there for the last 10 episodes and we've been fine.
Got enough cable to run the new NBN around Australia.
Yeah, that's... Are we even live? Are we getting comments? I should have stayed home today. There's no...
Where's my snare?
This is a really bad podcast. Was Ben Hart any good?
It was very good.
So it's not his fault.
Nah. Oh, turn that on.
That's someone sending you a message saying, hey, man.
Yeah.
Clint's buttons...
Clint's buttons
finally got up the
have all resigned.
Yeah, where would I go to see this podcast? Oh, it's saying it's live on YouTube. Yep.
And
it is live? All right, people are talking. Here we go.
Oh, here we go.
Are you saying the same shit I'm saying?
I think so.
Are you intentionally copying me?
Not intentionally.
Clint used the camera budget on giveaways. Is that bad? I do feel like I should probably be sitting more that way, but anyway, Yeah, great love so far. Sorry, Sam. It is shocking. Yep, there was someone saying no sound. I hear nothing. Jon Snow. Clint sounds better muted. Pod is going well so far. I bet Clint is saying the wisest thing he has ever said. That's from Bearded Kira. So I'm guessing that no one can hear anything?
Yeah. Facebook says no sound either. I don't know.
Facebook's working, deal.
Facebook's working. What do you mean, Jace? I can hear it.
Oh, got it now. All right,
Yeah.
Sith's good
Yeah.
to go.
All
Cool. All right, well, welcome to episode number 34. Ben Hart, as we've covered off earlier. We're just trying to make sure that we've got soundboard. We don't have soundboard, which is probably going to make this podcast one of those 6 out of 10 ones that we are so well known for. And I think that 6 out of 10 is probably me being generous. I need to get rid of all my stuff. I need a locker.
Saw lockers.
Saw lockers yesterday. Got a bit excited. So, what's new in the world of Lawnhub, Jonesy?
I reckon the list of what's not new in Lawnhub's probably shorter than what's new. Obviously, those of you that follow us on the socials, that's why you're here. We had delivery of our liquid machine over 2 days, Monday, Tuesday, or Monday, Wednesday? Tuesday, Wednesday.
2 of those days.
Yeah, 2 of them. And then we've had dribs and drabs of stuff rock up in
Yep.
boxes.
The dingling.
The dingling.
The dingling
It looks like a
today.
proper dingling. Yeah. It's even got a ribbed head. That was payback
Don't do that.
from before.
All right, so that worked?
It worked in not the correct way.
Yeah.
Where? Oh, are you still watching the podcast, or is that me? No, it's me. Okay, cool. So the soundboard's going out to YouTube. Soundboard's off. Is that some kind of shitty punishment? He's ignoring me. Has anyone got any questions, Kira?
What else is new? Yeah, we went and saw our new warehouse.
Yeah.
Well, I saw it for the first time, and I was buzzing
Yeah.
in a good way.
I guess
too.
being from Gawler, you probably haven't seen a building that big before.
Not that big, no.
Except the police station.
Yes, the Elizabeth Police Station. Actually,
Yeah.
I spent a lot of time at the Salisbury Police Station.
Oh,
in
God,
my
I've got to cover
previous
my other
job.
logos.
They knew me by name at the Salisbury Police Station.
Because you were doing reports after getting assaulted
Yeah.
at work?
Yeah. Yeah, that one. Thefts,
No soundboard, 3 out of 10.
knives, hockey sticks.
Ribbed for Wet's pleasure. Does anyone have a question?
No.
That's really disappointing. I only come to this podcast to use the soundboard. I think about it during the week. I need some milk at home, and I can't do it anywhere near as good as the soundboard. And now we're here in a shitty situation where I have no soundboard.
And I can only see barely.
We don't have any questions. So I guess, we've got to give away some stuff.
We do.
That's all we've got. And then the podcast will finish.
What else is new? We made so much BBW this week, and it's still not enough.
What'd you hear, Sith? The hook tour?
Did he say it is?
He said, we heard that.
Oh.
Jace Meekin on Facebook. Hey, cheers for the reply this morning. I did a respray of NSFW. Happy days.
Beautiful. Love to hear it.
Did we do an Instagram question thingo? I'll open up Instagram and have a look at that then.
Greg Noonan. Question. Benefits of adding humic acid to regular regime. It's the benefits you'd get from applying humic and fulvic acid outweigh by 1,000,000% than not applying it. So they're very good at unlocking locked up nutrients in the soil, allowing the plant to be available to more nutrients in the soil. And that's typically what they play in the soil. They allow the plant to have access to more nutrients because depending on the chemistry of your soil, certain elements are locked up at certain pHs, hardness, softness in terms of the chemistry, not the actual physical hardness of the soil or the softness of the soil, things like that. And humic and fulvic acid allow the plant to be able to access those much easier, much more efficiently through the roots.
TikTok's such a fucking cesspool.
Yeah.
Ralph on TikTok, how do you keep your nostrils so breathtaking?
Stick my finger in them.
I don't know if that was referring to yours or mine. Fly kick the solo again. This is TikTok. Jesus Christ. Did you find a distributor for Perth yet? I have a current conversation going with a business based in Perth and the surrounding suburbs of Western Australia that is looking quite positive, and I expect that if everything goes as planned and I actually get around to doing the things that I need to do for that relationship, that we will have Lawnhub available in multiple locations in Western Australia 7 days a week. That's all I can tell you right now. Have we locked anyone in for the big hit comp? No, Daniel. When do we talk too much and do nothing?
I don't think it's a fact we talk too much and do nothing. It's just that we talk too much and don't finish things.
We need a side quester.
We do need a side quester.
Aaron Coral on IG got you live from the mine site. What are you mining? Are you fracking? The greenies love fracking. Have we locked anyone in for the big hit comp? I don't know how we're going to do that. We just did the humic acid. What were you finding those questions yourself?
Oh, it just came up on Facebook. I wasn't scrolling.
Jonesy's jumping ahead.
Sorry,
are we soundboarding yet? Did you hear that, Sith? Did that work? Tell me. So yeah, no big hit comp sorted yet. We could probably reinvest the money that we're not spending at the V8s on that. I don't know. I have so many good ideas.
We genuinely need a side quester.
Yeah. I don't know. Maybe 2?
I honestly don't think 2 would be astray.
2 side questers. What are examples of tasks that needed side questing this week?
Driving to the dark site
Yep.
every day,
Yeah, that's a good side quester job.
picking shit up,
Mowing my lawn.
mowing your lawn,
Washing my car.
doing ads.
Being the person just standing in front of... Yeah, mowing my lawn so Dylan can film you.
Yeah.
Oh, shit.
What else have we done this week that we needed a side quester? Just someone that can drive a forklift in a real tight space.
Emailing my reply to... Oh, I did that. Yeah, I did that. Okay, sorry, I did that. So yeah, the side quester might need a forklift license.
Will. And ideally a truck license.
Yeah, so the side quester also needs to own a truck capable of a taut liner 12 pallet truck.
God. Imagine someone rocks up here on Monday.
There you go, mate.
Yeah.
Bobby side quester. When do I start?
These are my rates.
I think that if they've got the truck and the forklift license and the truck license and they're a qualified greenkeeper and can type at like 120 words a minute, I think that's on
Just
the
name your price.
180K end of the scale.
Just name your price.
Where did that message just come through? Kira sent through a question. My real estate agent, who is trying to get my lease over the line for the new building at Direct, just said, "Hey, how'd you go with the lease? I hope you're not too hungover." Like, you know me well.
Wow.
There was another question. Where did it go? Where did I see that? Oh, well, I don't know. Should we do this podcast on Mondays?
No. No. Sorry. No.
There it is. Here's 2 good questions. Thank you, Sith. This was starting to fucking fall down, and I know I ban you from asking too many questions. But where did Bearded Kira go? How many times can you do that a week? So firstly, I'll ask Mark Ryan's question from YouTube. Peter Sith said, "Have you got any questions for us?"
For them.
I will. Peter Sith, I'll get your question in a sec. Hang on a sec. So Mark Ryan on YouTube, what type of nozzles would you recommend for the use with your liquid fertilizers and the solo sprayer for best results? Do I ditch the included nozzle that comes with most solo sprayers?
Unfortunately, yeah. Ditch that one, especially if it's that adjustable cone one. It's just, it serves a purpose, but you can get a much better result out of even just a standard flat fan nozzle. So in the nozzle upgrade kit, you've got a flat fan nozzle and a air induction nozzle. Honestly, they're the 2 most versatile nozzles that you can buy. The flat fan one would be fine for roots and shoots and 3-way, but then something like the air induction nozzle will, like a Celiprin, Barricade, Spartan, some fungicides as well. Like for the investment And I know I've said this before, been quite critical that the money that you pay for these battery-powered sprayers and they come with that adjustable cone nozzle, I think for it, it'd probably be cheaper to have a standard flat fan nozzle, really.
I think I've lost one of my nozzles. I don't have two. I've got one, and I never change it. And I sprayed a chemical on Tuesday.
Oh, when was that?
And it was coming out like it was like a,
Blocked.
I guess, my 80-year-old urinary tract. It was so bad. I was like,
Definitely blocked.
there's definitely something going on here. And I didn't know if it was blocked. I guess it was at the nozzle or the wand. But,
Could have been in the filter, in the nozzle.
well, the filter in the container was pretty bad.
Yeah.
Battery finally ran out.
Yeah. Mine
So
ran
that's
out in
been
the
going for a couple of
406,
years,
yeah.
I reckon. Like, I don't use it that much. I need a side quester to go find me a battery charger.
Yeah.
So
It's probably in there somewhere. There's probably 2 or 3.
in my shed.
Yeah.
Yeah. There's a pinball machine and a sauna in there.
There's definitely a solo charger. But yeah, the nozzles included in the nozzle upgrade kit would be best bang for buck.
Yeah. For those, all right. So Mudgy just said hey, so he's obviously finished for the day. Any plans on adding some humic products to the product lineup? That's from Greg. I'm guessing. Yeah, he asked about the humic acids.
Yeah, so we did a trial. Oh wow, that would have been at least almost 2 year and a half ago. The trouble is, and it's no one's fault, but people like results. And the way that humic and fulvic acid works is not visual, so it works in the soil. So you'd only see the benefits after time. That was something that would have to obviously market and educate people in using.
Was the product that we had, did it have other stuff in it though? Like
It did,
we
yeah.
blended it to be a fertilizer and a humic.
Yeah, we'd needed to take it out though because it was too. Remember, it got gluggy after a while.
The new money shot non-bloat. They might.
Potentially,
Yeah, we might be able to develop something.
it's definitely on the list of stuff that we want to bring in. It's just we need to do it right and make sure that the stability of the product is exactly how we need it to be.
I think also at the moment, I guess if you're new to what's going on, we are redlining in all areas. So our granular hopper can only handle what it's getting done per day currently, obviously, which is 600 or 800 buckets without doing a second shift. We're kind of stuck there. I don't love the idea of doing a second shift, but we might have to. We've got a new granular machine coming. We've got a liquid machine that we're trying to set up. So we've got this liquid machine is meant to run on a line like you'd see on a TV show with like a Cooper's Brewery tour or a Coca-Cola tour where the bottle's like flying around, lids getting screwed on and liquid's getting put in there. We've got one of them, but it's all in pieces because it's not at its final resting place, which will be in Direct. So it's sitting in a warehouse in Regency Park, which is about 7 minutes from here. So where I'm going with this is once we set up at Direct and we've got a good understanding of how our bottle filling machine works, then we can look to develop a product like a humic or a fulvic, and we could maybe make 4,000 or 8,000 litres, run it through the machine, put it on a shelf, and then it's easy. At the moment, what's happening is we're doing a very middle of the road. We used to fill the bottles with a tap out of a 20-litre drum and by hand, and then we've evolved to a spinny wheel kind of $12,000 unit that sucks out of the IBC.
Which was brilliant for last year.
It's which
perfect
is,
for last year. But we're just on a
so now
different
we can
scale.
we get maybe, I think we can do about 200 to 400 litres of wet a day or 600 to 800 litres of money shot three-way routes. Because wet's so viscous, the wheel, it's like a gearing system where it takes a lot longer. It has to be done at quite low revolutions, otherwise it doesn't work or it burns it out, it gets really hot.
Overheats and then sends your code out.
Whereas the other machine that we're buying or that we've bought has a pneumatic air style piston where it'll draw quite viscous liquids and push them through quickly. So that one we're looking forward to getting that set up. We're hoping to have that. We had the air compressor ordered for that's getting delivered Tuesday. Hopefully we've got all the power requirements, etc., to do that, and we just got to buy a hose and a connector.
I'll
and
get that on Monday.
off we go. So I think we will have humic and fulvic added to the range. Would be great if I could give you my money instead of someone else. Yes, that's right, Clifford on YouTube. Give us your money rather than someone else. And I'll do good stuff with it. Like I'm not gonna be silly with it.
I think the spending in Lawnhub on the last 12 to 18 months has been actually really good in terms of what we've done.
Well, I haven't tried to help any charities.
Not yet. Not yet.
All right.
You said there was 2 good questions.
There was 2. Sith had a good question.
Yeah.
I've just been making him sweat. Fuck, he's got heaps of questions. What happened, Kira? I stopped looking at the screen for 2 minutes and then it went crazy. Does it bother you wearing glasses? Think about that sometimes. Like if you've been fitted with eyewear that you need to be able to see.
I think it doesn't bother me as much because I don't really need them.
Yeah. It's a fashion statement.
It's like reading in springtime.
Which is like your whole life. All right. Where are we? Bearded Sith. Bearded Sith wanted to know if we had questions for them. So my question for you, Bearded Sith, was, are you genuinely heavily bearded? And if so, does that mean that you don't use any clippers? And if you do use clippers, what is your chosen brand and are you happy with them? That's where my brain went. You can post that as an answer somewhere. And while you're doing that, I'm going to find your other question, which is, you guys got any new products coming in the next 6 months? Question mark. Wellity, well. Where is it? We probably don't want to show them that. Can we show them?
It's up to you. You can show them, maybe show them the sheet.
Can you pass it to me and I'll rip the sticker off of it? Or can you rip
sheet?
the sticker off of it and I'll... No, the actual unit. Take the sticker off. Jonesy's going to... So we've been working on this for about 17 or 18 minutes.
The idea was born for months.
Yeah, we've been working on it for ages. That's what I'd tell a boss if I had a boss and be like, yeah, this has been real laboursome, intensive. Is the sticker good? You might not get to see this new product. So from a... Oh, that's a horrible noise. You know when people have those like rulers that are like plastic and you can rub your finger up and down? It's like a chalkboard. Oh, I'm not good with that. And Jonesy just fucking like stuck all that in my ear. From a new product standpoint, we'll continue to, I guess, grow our range of things like NSFW. So we'll look to have a Spartan-esque product. This may seem like a bit of a conspiracy theory, but not a lot of people want us in the fertilizer industry. And so when we go to try and buy a liquid, like, is it called promazepine? Prodiamine? I'm the talent for the ads, not for the fertilizer side of things. So when we go to buy something like that, it's really hard to get. And I think it might be somewhat, I don't know, banana cartel. What's that book called? The Blue Banana? You know about that? Like this dude who ran the banana, like there was a full banana cartel where like if you bought bananas, you had to buy them through this guy and control the banana prices. I read a book about it. Who knows? Maybe I didn't. How are we going? You trying to fix it? So this new product that we're getting, I broke it in the first 10 minutes. I don't need to see that. So this is the first, I guess, example. Can you see that on your camera, Dill? Is that too big? Tell me it's too big. Oh, have you fixed this yet?
People messed with my settings last week, so it's a bit...
Is people me?
Well, we couldn't turn it off, so...
Oh, I pressed heaps of buttons last week. All of them, any button that had OFF written on it, I pressed it. Yeah, like on the one that's on your right.
Yeah, I need some time to troubleshoot it.
Well, you got an hour and a half.
I've been trying.
He looks tired. Are you all right? Yeah.
Yeah, drove out to Gawler the other day.
Yeah.
Tuesday? Wednesday.
Oh, to go to your house.
Yeah,
You
Wednesday.
lock your car?
Everything was still there.
No one wants to steal your dolphin. All right, so this is... I don't even know if I want to tell you the name of it because what will happen is some dickwad from a large international fertilizer company will go trademark the name and I'll have to fight for it.
Yeah.
So I'm not telling you the name until we start using it. But it's an applicator for selective or non-selective herbicides. And you've probably seen products like this before. If you haven't, it's got a brush and it does this, and then you can wipe it on. So this is the first version. We're going to make some changes and develop one that's probably more useful for you guys. I think this one's a little bit
more turf oriented.
This is a bit too fat. The wand or whatever the fuck it's called. So that's going to be a new product. We should have this specific one available on the website on Monday or Tuesday next week. We just have to work out the freight, etc., and get a sticker made. Everyone on the stream says the soundboard is working. Oh, wicked. Oh, sick. You like that?
Yeah, that was really good.
That's
yeah.
good.
So
So I'll just keep playing these and you won't even know.
no,
Well, hang on. Oh, no, I don't want to play that.
that'll be delayed.
All right, cool.
But there is, in terms of new products, we do have a new product in stock. It's not our product; it's someone else's product, but it's a penetrant. So it's works similar to a wetting agent, but it's not a wetting agent. It's more so for people that have had soil tests done, and they need to really give their soil a good flush. Whether it's just full of crap, it's really high on something. A penetrant will help aid in flushing that through. So that should be available by the weekend, hopefully. I've got Kira done a great image of it. Thank you, Kira. And yeah, I just need to write the description. So it's not a wetting agent. It works like a wetting agent, but it's a lot stronger and it will just flush everything through the soil. So there's no point using it with, as a wetting agent, because that's not the use for it. You'll find your lawn might go backwards.
I nearly sold a bottle this morning.
Did you?
It was frustrating. I was like, I don't want to sell this to you, but this is what it does. She was like, oh, well, I'll take it. I'm like, you don't want wet? So where are we? We've done the nozzles, distributor in Perth, Green Blades Lawn and Garden Centre on YouTube. For those of us time poor, running businesses, etc., what do you need to consider if spraying our own place at night time? Different sprayers, nozzles, etc., to reduce drift. I would obviously add to that question the cool temperature concerns. What are you thinking, Jonesy?
Well, the tool shed sprayed at night. He did a video where he sprayed at night.
I've probably gone over my 15 days between emailing him.
But
He's probably not a supporter of me anymore.
all it's going to do is obviously, if you do it at night time, there is obviously the dew point that you need to take into consideration. So it's probably going to be applied to potentially a wet leaf, and then it's going to be wet again in the morning. So
As in, if you were in a warm climate, it wouldn't be as concerning.
you still can get dew point in warmer climates, yes. So got to keep that in mind. And that, in a perfect situation, there's no wind and it's a dry leaf and it's able to dry on the leaf. That's a perfect situation. Obviously, in this situation, it's not perfect. So you just can't expect perfect results. So it might take a couple extra days to see a noticeable difference, and it might take, say, an extra few days for that full kill to happen. So whilst it's not ideal, it is doable. Just be mindful that the results may take a little bit longer than usual in perfect conditions.
I have an itchy hip. Sorry about that. Fly kick the solo can. So we've lost the attention of TikTok, I'm assuming.
Probably got banned again like last week.
Yeah. No, I'm drinking solo, bro. Calm down.
We got 2 warnings last week for TikTok. Yeah, advertising and...
You showed your penis.
Yeah, I did. Yeah.
Can a pre-emergent be used on a new lawn laid 4 weeks ago? From Luke Witten on IG.
The pre-emergents we sell, no. There are pre-emergents available that you can use.
Oxifert.
Oxifert, Oxstar. We've spoken about this before. I'm a big believer in just letting the lawn establish. And I know they're fine for new turf. I get it. But we can always deal with weeds at a later date. You will still get weeds come up.
So you might as well just let the lawn establish.
Yeah, and once the weather starts to warm up, and if you've got like a very aggressive growing grass like a cockatiel or cooch, those weeds will get really choked out. In the next 2 months anyway, if you didn't want to spray for them anyway. So regular mowing, We
had a call on the Lawnhub landline. There's some alliteration for you, big dog. Yeah. Lawnhub landline.
Oh yeah, the LL.
Yeah.
Remember yesterday? Was that yesterday? We were filming that.
Ages ago. I still haven't managed to push him over the
Wednesday?
edge. I still haven't managed to push him over the edge.
Nah, Dylan's cool.
I pushed so hard. Any other digital media unicorn that's been here would not have handled what I've thrown at you. You've done really well.
Yeah.
And if anyone from WorkSafe SA or the Equal Opportunities Commission is watching, that was a joke. We're very kind and we don't be mean and we don't judge.
Equal Opportunity
Commission?
Is that a real thing?
I guess so. Kira, you want to Google that? What about you, Dylan, Jamie, whatever your name is?
Equal
Opportunity Commission, yeah.
Commission.
That'd be a thing. There'd be an ombudsman or ombudsperson. Fucking that. How bad's that? The Equal Opportunity Commission has an ombudsman. Oh, guys, you can't do that. Needs to be an ombus non-binary. Did you find anything, Kira? I could probably Google it. I got a computer right in front of me. Do you want me to ask something? Equal Opportunity Commission.
Careful, Kira. There's a bottle there.
Yep, Equal Opportunity SA. That's what it's called. About the commissioner. And there's a commissioner. Ms. Jodine Carney is the South Australian commissioner. So they don't have an ombudsman. There you go. Look at you learning new shit. That wasn't covered at Gawler.
Definitely
High.
wasn't.
You put the high in Gawler High. All right, cool. What can you do in the evening for lawn? The standard watering is out, but what can you do? What the fuck are you talking about, Sith? What can you do in the evening for your lawn? The standard watering is out, but what can you do? I don't understand the question.
Just enjoy it.
Just let it go.
You can still mow in the evening, as long as your neighbours don't care. You can fertilise.
Here's a good
you
one.
can-
Aaron Codrell on IG. Would you guys see any problems using your products every year? Would the lawn get resistant and or dependent if I am using Trojan, BBW, etc. each year? That's a good question.
It's a good question. Short answer: fertilizer wise, no. The lawn will continue to need to be fed. Wetting agents such as BBW, wet, no. I don't believe there's any supporting evidence that would suggest that a soil would become resistant to hydrophobic products that get rid of hydrophobic soil. I think it's more so a chemical reaction rather than a biological resistance, if that sort of makes sense. In terms of herbicide, absolutely there is the chance. That's why it's important that we do read the labels, because it does make mention to when reapplication can be happened, and typically in fungicides, herbicides, it'll give you how many times you should use it in a year. So, for example, I was talking to a couple of supers and assistant supers last night about liquid
You're in
fipronil.
the element. We put you in a room.
Yeah, it was wicked.
We put you in a
actually.
room full of irrigation customers, and you're like, "Hey, golf
Yeah.
course
It
guys."
was actually really good speaking to Benny and Quinny. I actually enjoyed it. But, they were talking about liquid fipronil and how, it's, I think, only 2 applications per year and that sort of stuff. And obviously, we've talked about it multiple times. We spoke about it with Tim Warren about POA being resistant to herbicides in Australia and things like that. So, especially with herbicides and fungicides, there is always the chance that resistance can happen. But we find that continued misuse or over application of products is usually the culprit of that, and that's why it's, especially in fungicides, it's good to change groups so it doesn't get used to, doesn't build resistance. And there was actually a very good comment in one of our comment sections on the ads about resistance. this guy was educating someone who said something that wasn't correct, and it was done in a matter that it wasn't like you're you know, it was
How
actually,
I would like to respond.
it was actually done very well, and I think I actually ended up liking it, and there was nothing more to say. What he said was perfect. So yeah, obviously, yeah, be mindful, read the label, because you'll find that it'll give you all that information.
I started telling you a story about the Lawnhub landline
Yes.
and got distracted because I'm an idiot. So somehow I answered 2 phone calls. They were looking for you. Kyle was walking around with his Kyle face. It was like he's not
That
here, mate.
phone rings non-fucking stop.
We did change the ringtone. I hear that and I'm fucking.
I like it's the best one in the whole out of the 6. That's why I chose it.
And so the first, actually, I answered 3 calls today.
Jeez.
Right. So the first
Big
one,
dog.
yeah, first one was someone had kikuyu growing in their new Tiff Tuff.
Yeah.
And I was sitting in Matt's office and I couldn't work out. Akira brought me the phone and so it was on hold, but she was holding it to herself so that people couldn't hear what she was saying. I'm like, is it not on hold? And she's like, it is. I'm like, what are you doing? Oh, okay, here you go. And so then I think you took it off hold, but I then muted it again and I'm like, I don't know what's going on. I can hear this guy. So he couldn't hear me, but I could hear him. He's just yelling at his missus. and then he's like, this is what's going on. And then somehow I got it off mute, but it was on loudspeaker. So I'm sitting in Irvo's office with this, and that phone's really hard to hear. Do you find that hard? It's really hard to hear.
It's in the ear now.
Yeah.
It's turned all the way up. It's a lot better than what it was.
I feel like you almost need to have a Bluetooth headset from it or something. Like it's shit. So
and then start driving Uber, and then
this bloke,
it's a Family Guy skit.
Jesus, dude.
Yep. We just pray that it did it.
Nah, it's good.
Yeah.
It's good.
So yeah, you figured
Hang
out. But that phone, and I said it gives you a boomer vibes. Remember, I did say I was a boomer using that phone during the week, or was it last week? Yeah.
Because it's so hard to use.
Yeah, sometimes.
How do you turn this thing on, son?
It's like this fucking big too.
Hello. So the guy had kikuyu in his tiff,
Yeah.
and it was so funny because I knew the answers, and it's a lot easier to tell someone on the phone about using a product called that rhymes with conjugant.
Yeah.
Can you cunt? And then Irvo was there Googling, like me and him just fucking tag teaming it.
Yeah.
He's just like, yeah, but you can't do it on new lawns. He's like, remember when we did the Spriggs Maxes? He's like, don't do it.
Yeah.
So yeah, you very much, where that came from what you were saying, you're better off just letting the lawn establish.
Yeah.
I think conjugant requires 5 centimeters of root depth before you start using it.
Yeah.
So
And it being a new lawn, the kike would probably be very, very
he
small.
killed the kike to get rid of it, but
Yeah.
he obviously didn't do an Irvinator job.
Yeah.
So Clifford on YouTube said, giving Adam a job isn't helping a charity, question mark. And Sith said, Adam is a tax write-off.
No, that's Party Hole Senior. He's
a definite tax write-off. There was a question on TikTok that I wanted to answer before the attention span of the TikToker disappeared. Where was it? Kira, there's so many questions. I'm lost. I'm not very good at this, eh? Jai on Facebook. Is that Johnny? He commented goat apostrophe S.
Yeah, that'd be Johnny. Water, please. Yes.
You know what's really funny? Oh, I'll tell you about my other 2 phone calls.
Yeah.
But, I've had a solo and I'm like, I would like another solo. Right? And then in my head, I'm like, that's a pretty unhealthy to have 2 cans of solo. Like, you could get diabetes or fat and die. Well, I'm already fat. But if it was 2
Beers.
196, I'd be like, yo, K diggity.
Hit them up. Yeah. No, then are they no sugar? 196. No, 196s.
They're 100 calories. Yeah, they're no sugar.
Yeah.
But I'm just more highlighting the fact of like how comfortable I would be to have 15 cans of alcohol, but to have more than 1 can of solo, I'm like, sure you should have that. So second phone call, I've answered the phone. The customer's like, is that you? Is that Clint? I'm like, yeah. And he's like, why are you answering the phone? I'm like, well, I own the business.
Yeah.
He's like, yeah, but shouldn't you be out packing orders? I'm like, no, I'm fucking, no one else wants to talk to the stupid customers that ring this fucking phone. So I got stuck with it. And he goes, oh, can I spray Actually, I won't tell you the question. I'll tell you who it was, and I'll tell you the question off the podcast. But he's like, it's Matt from Instant Lawn Adelaide. I was like, oh, fuck, how are you?
Yeah.
So, because I didn't think Matt knew, because I knew who it was. So I was being really rude to him.
Yeah.
And I think Matt was sitting there just like, Clint can't have access to this phone because he's so rude to these people. And I don't think he knew that I knew who it was. And then the third one was the NSFW not being put in the box. So, anyway. Where's that TikTok question? I feel like, oh, here you go. Absolute Jaffa on TikTok said, can you show behind the scenes part? So I don't know what you mean. And if you're still there, and I know TikTok's a crazy place and you've probably moved on, but if you're still there, can you be a bit clearer around what you mean by behind the scenes? Do you want to see Kira and Dylan, or do you want us to do like a warehouse tour or something like that? I need some clarification.
Which there is a warehouse tour on YouTube that was like, it's pretty behind the scenes.
Bearded Sith says, is Dylan still looking for a new car?
No, and I wasn't really actively looking. It was just I wanted to learn about it.
We'll let that pass.
Dylan said, no, I wasn't really actively looking for a car. I just say things like, I'm going to buy an electric car to try and be cool in California.
No, I didn't say that.
I didn't hear the back half properly. Say it again.
No, the back half was I was just curious about them. And I was asking if you knew anything.
Okay, he was just bi-curious. Just curious about them.
Just that's fine.
That's it. That's it. All right, cool. This will be good for you to watch back because you'll see how well I've injected humorous soundboard noise and you don't get to experience it live.
No.
Kira just has informed me that Jaffa is gone. Good. Bearded Sith's got another question. Do we think gender reveals are useless as they haven't chosen their gender yet?
I'm not playing that game. Sorry.
I have something to say about this.
Yeah,
I personally think you should reveal the gender of your child when they come out to the world. I'm a big believer of waiting, but the TikTok generation can't wait. They need to know. Because you can't paint the fucking wall blue the day after the kid's born.
No time.
But also, can't just paint walls blue for boys anymore, guys.
No, you can't.
Boys can have pink walls. Boys can have vaginas. So, yeah, I think don't do gender reveals.
See you, TikTok.
Oh, yeah, I can't say that, but it's all right for 15-year-old girls to get naked and dance on it.
It's just,
So, don't do gender reveals. Wait and find out. I've only done it one way, so I don't know what it's like to get to open an envelope to find out what you're having, but I definitely know what it's like to open a human up to find out what you're doing.
Open a human
And
envelope.
that one's better. Yeah. I didn't do the opening, by the way. So Sith answered my question about beards. Used to have a long beard, about 25 centimeters, he reckons. Now it's about 5 centimeters, but thick and girthy. He uses Brawn and Manscaped shavers. Save 20% on Manscaped right now by using code Lawnhub. No, we should get some of that. Get some of that money.
I nearly bought some Manscaped for my head.
You know what you should do? Just get laser hair removal and just call it.
Well, that photo Dylan took of me last night, it was pretty much the last little bit.
Would you be open to me paying to get hair tattooed on your head?
Nah.
Because
I've
got this theory about dudes that have like inconsistent hair that if you're going to shave it anyway, Jason Statham styles, right? You know, you're a good looking chap, you know, Jason Statham-esque. And so then you just go instead, like, so you shave it down to number 1.
Yeah.
But you get a bit of skin versus stubble. So where the skin is, you go to a tattoo dude or dudette. Girls can tattoo, guys. Don't be fucking like that. And we'll just get little brown dots tattooed all over your head. And so it looks like you just choose to shave your head. You don't do it because you're bald. I just need, I don't know. If someone wants, I'll pay for that if someone wants to do that, as long as we can film it. All right. Do you think tattoo artists will tattoo your head if it's the first tattoo you've ever had?
I don't know.
You don't think about stuff like that? I think about.
I think being a tattooist or an artist, whatever is it, tattoo artist?
I would say so.
Yeah.
Or a tattooist if you're shit.
Like, it's your job to print ink on people, right?
Yeah.
So
if they
someone
come in and
comes
give
in
you
and
money
goes,
to do it.
I want no regrets, like
Yeah.
in that fucking
Yep.
movie that, what was that? We're the Millers,
It was
right?
like Eastbound and Down. But
Right. That person's coming in and asking for that to be done. So like, oh, it's my job. I want to do it. But
Yeah.
then like, do you go, like, fuck, that spelling's wrong, or this guy wants, you know,
I think that might be the
5 teardrops on his face. Like, you know, do you just do it because that's what?
If someone's asking you to do 5 teardrops, you don't say no.
I know you don't say
You don't
no
want to be
in
number
that
6.
sense. But yeah, true. But, you know, like, I don't know. I couldn't be a tattoo artist because, 1, I can't draw for shit. And 2, I just wouldn't be able to just put stuff on people's faces.
You'd be like,
and stuff.
yeah, I don't know, bro. Have you thought about this? Have you talked to your mum?
Yeah.
Like, I don't know. Like, no one's putting them above their butt crack anymore. Like,
No.
That's faded.
Yes.
So-
Plus, I don't have any tattoos either, so
We should go get one.
I'm all right. I always have this joke that I'm a clean skin and then I'm going to heaven. Definitely not going to heaven.
Oh, my reason for not having tattoos for a long time was that I believe at some point I'll get called up by the Australian government to work in some kind of spy thing because I'm really intelligent and I like can build rapport really quickly, and so I don't need any identifying marks. You know. Never got called up, so I just went and got a little tattoo, little number 8.
Yeah.
You know, just because I'm a Chinese national and big fan of good luck. So yeah, Cat on TikTok. I like a man in fluoro. Oh, thank you, Cat, wherever you are over there.
That's if
She's-
TikTok's still going.
She was talking about you, I think.
Me.
Yeah. This question could be taken a number of different ways, but I'm going to ask it anyway. It's from Daniel Pittman on Facebook. How's the handicap going, Adam?
It actually come down on the weekend. I was 1 over through 11.
I see it was a golf one. Okay,
Yeah.
cool. Yep.
It came down by 0.1.
What are you on?
8.9.
What do you think it would take for you to get to single figures?
I am on single figures.
Sorry, 0, scratch.
I'd like stop working here, but I wouldn't do that.
Not worth it.
No, I love working. It's great.
More, the golf's not that important. You couldn't do it part-time. You couldn't get down to a 0 handicap part-time.
I would have to,
That just work and golf.
yeah. And right now it's work and work, sleep a little bit. Work and work, sleep a little bit.
Well, that's how you get ahead.
That's right.
Or you get promised that by someone and then you never get ahead, but you help someone else get rich.
Yep. Nah, I think it'd be like 0, although is good in the amateur world. It's just like if I wanted to go, because I'm very competitive, and when I played cricket, I was very competitive, played at a high level. I'd want to then do that at golf, and to be at those levels, that's career. Like,
And you're too late.
I'm too late. I just can't bother.
Masters golf, mate. Bearded Sith, Clint, we have no questions. Also, Clint, we have too many questions.
Well played.
Oh, God, he knows too much. Clifford on YouTube, do you still pinch yourself after how well Lawnhub has done, considering it was more of a hold my beer revenge company, as you call it? Adam on YouTube, who is the revenge against? That's right. No one knows anymore.
Well, it is in one of the podcasts, so you just got to watch them.
It's
all.
an Easter egg.
Yeah.
I don't know, Clifford on YouTube. I think I don't really pinch myself. I don't stop to think about it too much. I actually had a conversation with someone earlier today, and it came up, and I was talking about how I don't really think about competitors like I used to. Like for Water Pro, there's a small plumbing company here it was in Australia called Reese, who opened some irrigation shops. We would consider probably a competitor if you, I guess, could consider them in the same league as Water Pro, and that has been my driving force to get out of bed for a long time. And I feel, and I don't know, but I feel like Water Pro went past them in the last couple of years from a market awareness, turnover, quality of staff. We've got the same number of stores. Well, I think they might have opened another store out at where your bike got stolen. Williston. That's a suburb near Gawler. So
There's a plumbing there.
yeah. Well, they kind of just put them all together and
Yeah.
call them more than that, but
Yeah.
you know.
But that plumbing's been there for ages.
Yeah, I think they just built another little shed on the side and put a fucking shelf there, and
There's a trade link right next to it too. They're right next to each other.
yeah, we should open a shop out there. No, I got to stop doing that. So, yeah, from the Lawnhub standpoint, it was a good motivation to get started, and then there was a period where I was very much at war. That was when Kamikaze came out. So whenever Eminem's Kamikaze album came out, I was deep in the fight then. And then now I don't think about it that much. I just, it's kind of a nice place to be. And a lot of professionals will tell you and coaches will tell you that it's healthier for you to focus on your success than other people's failures. And I still think, fuck that, like crush them, they're fuckheads. But it is a nice place to be when you're not thinking about, I guess, the revenge play, more just doing well. Probably should turn that off. Yeah. So
Well, I was going through my phone the other day, and I was just looking at old photos from down here, and like it was me and Jorns for a while, and then it was me, Jorns, and Josie, and then our pack, like just little things. And we spoke about it on our toolbox meeting, like just like workbenches, weren't a thing when we started. Like when I started,
you're packing on pallets. And
I was packing on
trestle
pallets,
tables.
and, and because that's just what we had to do to get it done. And then we went from doing 100 orders a day to 110, and it was like, whoa, like fuck, that's massive. And then you keep increasing, and now like it's, I wouldn't say it's a well-oiled machine because there's still things that we can tidy up, but it's like, yep, cool, that's what we did yesterday, let's get it done. And
when I took the forklift off of you and sent you to do a report for me, did you do my report?
I got it started, and then
our meeting started,
Yeah.
which I was late to
yeah,
because I was talking to Fertilizer Man.
yeah.
All right. TikTok question. I better answer this quickly because Kira said that the fox is still here. Might not be now. That was a while ago. The fox said, what fert would you recommend for buff? Currently cutting it at 10 mil.
Wow. Any of our fertilizers.
You think it's not too tight for us to get the Trojan through? Mini pill might be better.
The advantage of Buffalo, and I'm not saying that they're not cutting at 10 mil, but it might not be a true 10 mil, so you still might have a little bit
Bye,
of play.
TikTok.
No.
The one person watching and you've offended them.
Like, because I know, for example, that my cylinder mower out the front set at 5 mil, but that's not a 5 mil cut. But you could use any fertilizer, mini pill, Trojan, premature, got laid. If you've, I'd probably at 10 mil though, I'd still probably look at, mini pill, but yeah, Trojan.
On the issue that you're having with the soundboard as well, the only reason we had to mess with your soundboard is because both of us decided that your personal happiness was more important than the quality of the podcast. And we decided not to force you to work a 12-hour day. I think you just want to say, I acknowledge that comment. I don't think it's a thank you or a please. You don't have to say that. That sounded good. He did a really good job of saying that. All right, Kira, let's get some questions. Kat on TikTok says she's from Newcastle. I don't know where that is. Is that in Queensland?
New South Wales.
New South Wales. Is Newcastle like a second sized town? Do you know what I mean? Like
Yeah,
Adelaide, South Australia doesn't have one, right?
No,
That's what Elizabeth Orgula was meant to be.
It was meant to be, but it's not.
Like Townsville?
I feel like
Newcastle.
Newcastle is a very big place.
Yeah. Probably bigger than Adelaide.
Probably.
All right. Good question. Smith Jamie on Facebook. So this Lawnhub thing, is it considered revenge porn?
See you, Kieran.
Oh, see you, Kieran. I'm sure. We've got to make sure I've got a bottle of wine in the car for Isaac. I've had to go start buying them because we've run out of a stash. So there's a fridge behind Dylan that's probably got the capacity of like 100 bottles, and there's one bottle of wine in there, and it's permanently plugged in at 6 degrees. Kieran K on IG. I have a dress-up party this weekend. Theme is dads. What would a lawn dad wear?
Clint.
If you went to this, this is probably an $80 suit
Yeah, I have no idea.
because it's got the this on it. If you rocked up to a dress-up party in an orange jumpsuit, try and get one without the thing on it and this fucking helmet. So you can go to a safety shop and smash this out. I would be very surprised if people weren't aware of what the fuck was going on. I think that would be very dad, and I'd like to see that. Yeah, theme is dads. You could top it off with some. I don't wear them, so maybe don't. But if you really want to like go over the top, some white New Balance sneakers.
Yeah, I was just about to say that.
But grass stain them up.
Yeah.
So you'll need to just drag them around in some freshly cut grass. In your week, Kira and Dylan, is this something you look forward to or dread? Yeah. Okay. Cool. You both look very podcast again. Is that just your week? Kira's like, this is my face. That's yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. I just worry about you guys. You seem over it. That's just you. There's resting deal face. See, he is good at his job.
He is.
All right, so it's 3:05, bro. Is that? Hang on, is my watch not right? What was my question? How are you? Are you okay? All right, cool. Bearded Sith, current favorite alcoholic refreshment.
I've been enjoying the Heineken.
I have 6. I can't show you Sith because fucking we'll lose TikTok. But I would say there's a can behind you, Kira, on the top middle shelf called Banks. What's it called? Banks, Clouds and Happiness, Sex Clouds, something like that. Yeah, Citra Feels. It's just got clouds all over it. So Banks Citra Feels, by far, head and shoulders, Ichiban, number 1 favorite alcoholic beverage at the moment. It's an 8.5% oat cream IPA, I think. Banks makes some good shit. And Jonesy likes Heineken. Is that what you said?
I have been enjoying a Heineken every now and then.
Yeah. It's not warm enough for Heineken yet for me.
But I've had I do like Great Northern as well. I know that's much to a lot of people's disgust.
Oh, they're all blocked in.
Oh yeah, they would be.
We had to park all the cars and stack them on top of each other today. My car wouldn't be impacting them though.
Nah, I wouldn't have thought so.
Oh.
And I know this might turn a lot of people off, but I actually do like a very cold 4X Gold.
I enjoyed Carlton Draft ice cold after a round of golf on a hot day as my first drink back to the sheds, the club room. I don't know what it is. Okay, so we've got to do the door prize draw, the roller door prize. No. What is this one called? The second giveaway.
Third giveaway.
7th giveaway if we get real crazy.
Yes.
So we partnered with Total Tools at Seaford and Lonsdale here in South Australia, and they have provided us with 4 Greenworks 40-volt 2-in-1 scarifier dethatchers. We've got 2 left to give away. Next week, we're giving one away, and away bang.
Away bang.
And I think that's how you meant to say it. Way bang, wee bang. If it was a Lawnhub product, it would be called a wee bang.
Yeah, wee bang.
So, have you got all the numbers, Kira? Like, you ready to? You just need today the current number now. So, if you've only tuned in to win a prize, I'm sorry that it's taken too long to get to this point, but the last hub number is 77019, which was purchased a minute ago, and it looks like a voucher. So, I think this person bought themselves a ticket. I'll give you a hint and a tip, and a hot tip and a hot hint. It's very rare that the first or last number ever wins the prize. Could change gears, bro. Is that Kyle?
Yeah.
Yeah. These kids and their fancy
XR6 turbos.
manual dump pipe exhaust blow-off
Fucking
valves.
does it. It gets up and boogie, so.
On private property.
On private property. That's
So
right.
77019. Oh, okay.
Do I need to move or you bring it up on the screen?
You know what would be really nice? If Jazz got me some Subway when she bought herself Subway.
Did you not order it?
I didn't know.
Yeah. No. I thought you said
No,
you were
I
gonna...
can't sit here and I mean I'm sure that there'd be people that would like on TikTok that would love to watch me put 6 inches in my mouth, but I just don't think it's appropriate for me to eat while I'm doing the podcast.
Fair enough. No, it's good.
Cool.
It's cool.
So let's hit generate and we'll find out who won this Greenworks 40-volt scarifier. Did you send the other one that was sitting out there?
Yep.
Is that it? Are we generated? 76321. 76321. Congratulations to... That's not it. 76321. Why is it not working? 76321. It is a person called Jai, J-A-I. Jai?
Jay.
Jay.
I'd say that, Jay.
Jay?
Jay.
Congratulations, Jay.
What state?
Does that affect how you say their name?
No, I'm genuinely intrigued.
Holmesville, New South Wales. 2286.
So 2 have gone to New South Wales and 1's gone to Western Australia.
What about the ones that we did last month? You weren't here for that.
I think everyone ended up taking the gift card, didn't they?
They did. So it was
Yes,
all
but we
emails.
need to discuss the rotary scissors
Why?
because you gave away some rotary scissors.
Yeah.
And in the notes it says,
Still.
well, with that it says that you hadn't decided on the.
I think
brand.
Celeste's organised it with Total Tools.
So they're the ones that are going.
Yeah.
Okay, done.
We
That's
haven't even
fine.
told the winner.
Nah.
We're really bad at this. Where's the little sheet that we meant to fill out? I think Celeste put you in charge of that, didn't she, Kira? All right. So I'll
Well done, Jay.
I'll message you the shipping details, Kira. You got the number written down?
What the hillbilly?
Oh, no. Someone's taking my tandem. Why is my truck leaving? I reckon Mudge is going to fill it up with Port Power fans and drive to Sydney. It could be just because it hasn't driven for a while.
That's going to be a cracking game of footy tonight. This final series has been one of the best final series that I can honestly remember.
Kira just brought up a very good point. All winners' names have started with a J.
They have.
I think I like the letter J because it's 10 points in Scrabble. And I know. I know.
You know,
I just think it's a strong number. It's a powerful letter.
okay. You know, everything that you've ever said, you've said some fucking weird shit. I never thought that was ever going to be a sentence I was ever going to hear. I think because J's a good number. In
I like
Scrabble.
Z and Q for the same reasons. They're just strong, high-scoring letters.
That's clever.
All right.
That's good. I like
I guess
that.
we can carry on with the podcast if you finish making fun of me, you fucking assholes.
Oh, we make fun of him for 1 second.
I just made a poop noise.
Yeah.
Has anyone got an update as to whether or not Hillary Clinton has knocked Kamala Harris off and decided to take the run at the presidency?
God.
Are we at a point now if Kamala gets knocked off that the VP has to step up and take the role?
I don't understand. I don't really understand America at all, to be honest with you. So
America's a great country.
yeah, you just can't sell.
Well, we'll get there.
Just can't sell, buddy.
I don't
Seaweed.
completely disagree with what they do. Anyway, Sith's had his questions for the day. I'm going to go back up to the top because we got a lot of questions from a long time ago. Ryan, all 5. That's a work-related question. That doesn't need to be read out on the live. Jaden Russell on YouTube. How many weeks after applying 3-way can I apply Trojan Santa Ana Adelaide? Thank you for giving us the information. Truck's back.
Truck's back. So we spoke about it roughly last week about how Trojan,
Tailgate should be up a bit.
how your Trojan or your choice of granular fertilizer will be your base, and then your liquids are more of a top up. So generally, 4 weeks apart, but then it also depends on your granular fertilizer application. So if you do need a granular fertilizer, then you've applied 3 ways, so you could do it in a couple of weeks, and then base your liquid applications around your core granular fertilizer application. So you could go granule 2 weeks, do a 3-way, then 2 to 3 weeks, do a roots and shoots, and then by the time it's next application ready, it could be Trojan or another liquid, but it all depends on your scheduling and what you're preparing for. So most of us get ready for Christmas and we can bring the money shot out.
This is a question that has been specifically written for Matt Irving. Daniel Hannum on YouTube. I have Tiff Tough down for 3 months. Recommended nitrogen input is maximum 1.4 kilograms per 100 square meters per year. Is it better to put down close to this rate, or would you recommend less on Tiff Tough? Or he said TT, so he might have meant Thatch Tough. Any issues with more? You get Thatch.
You get Thatch, you do. And obviously we've been obviously absolutely smashed when we ridiculed Tiff Tough one podcast.
I've never ridiculed it. You ridiculed it.
No.
Don't drag me into your fucking
It was
Thatch
a
Tough.
group effort. I even think Kieran Dillon were involved in this. But look, Tiff Tough, Cooch, Koku, they all come with their Thatch management. So I was reading a thing about Tiff Tough the other day, and they were saying that you only need to feed it once in summer, right? Lawn still needs to eat, so you got to be mindful. So like if we're talking a high-end product such as that product that we saw at the hardware shop that was like a 3008, I wouldn't be chucking that on Tiff Tough. That's way too much N, because especially if you...
It's child and pet friendly though.
It is child and pet friendly. It's also Thatch friendly.
It's basically... what's that one that the people go, just go to the fucking...
urea.
Go get a bag of urea. 50, 50, 50. No, 50, 0, 0.
4600, yeah. Look, if you are regularly mowing, your conscious about your fertilizer application in terms of you're sticking to potentially a lower label rate like Ervo does.
He just goes and buys products from other suppliers.
Yeah, that doesn't have any N in it. And there's no way, there's no hiding that Tiff Tough is a low N grass variety. There's the studies, the information, and obviously you overfeed it, thatches up. It just requires. It's not as simple as what the marketing tells you. There is a lot of in some ways it's even more thinking.
I think Ervo's a good example of Tiff Tough colour and thatch management, and he is very low end. Like he won't use Money Shot.
No.
I think he bought another product that's got no N, but it still had iron.
Yeah. There is plain iron products out there.
Yeah. So and he seems to have it under control. I mean, I'm sure there might be better Tiff Toughs in the world, but his sits up pretty high. Like, and he doesn't. It's not a full-time job for him.
No. So, yeah, I would I'd still stick to a normal fertilizer regime if you were concerned about. If you did a normal application, say Trojan, and then in 6 to 8 weeks' time you're noticing that you can't control the growth, and obviously pull it back. And we've talked about it before. The application of Trojan is 2.5 kilos per 100 squares, but that's
the high rate.
That's the high rate, and to make it easy for people to work out, you can obviously half that again.
Well, I think it wasn't just to make it easy. It was also because I didn't like at the time a company that started our business to shit on their face.
It wasn't a round number.
They had like 333, which was like 1.5. Well, it was weird, but we might have been in the middle.
Yeah.
But it was a lower rate, and so I find.
My foot just hit the camera. Sorry.
Oh, it sounded like a. Bruh.
Bruh.
I want my soundboard in my ear. I do like the idea of Jonesy said something like "Lawn needs to eat." That's got to be a soundboard button. That's why I pissed myself
Well,
off.
I say this. I say it all the time, and yeah, it's another thing I say along those lines. And the people that know me well know what I will say, but I'm not going to say it live on camera because it might upset some people. So, but yeah, it's just about management.
Is it about having sex with a goat?
Oh. Definitely not. Okay. No.
I misread that.
But
While we're on the subject of Tiff Tough, a question's just come through from Jamie Hunter saying, "Can you over apply roots and shoots?"
Yes, you definitely can.
Yep, 600 times the recommended daily dose. No.
Ervo went a bit
ham
ham on
bunter?
it. Yeah, bunter.
Spaz. You can't say that.
Chockers in his application. He just opened it. Yeah, over apply it. We say it all the time, but it's probably one of the safer products if you were to over apply something. But at the rate at which Mr. Matthew Irving did,
Yeah.
it was silly. But
Well, even water will kill you if you have too much.
Yeah.
So,
so
I don't know why that is.
obviously, stick to the label rate. The product will go further. You don't open your lawn up to stress, potential disease, because we've got to remember when we put our lawn in a state of stress, it opens up the possibilities of things like disease, like also the plant can somewhat go into a conservative mode as well. So I think, like we've spoken about it before, but like warm season grass can go dormant in summer if it needs to, and vice versa. Cool season grass can do it and all that sort of stuff. So yeah, stick to the label rate. They're there for a reason. And as Ervo learnt, over application of roots and shoots meant that his lawn was riddled with disease this winter.
Riddled?
Riddled.
Cool. Okay. That's good. Just checking. I don't know how they teach you out there.
We abbreviate everything.
Aaron Cordell. That's just so Riz.
He gets it. He gets this.
I've got a few lemon and orange trees. This is from Aaron Cordell on IG. I've got a few lemon and orange trees, also a few hedges I'd like to help grow along. Would it be fine using... Sorry, I shouldn't laugh. Would it be fine using Trojan, three-way, etc. on the trees and hedges?
I mean, Trojan, yeah, it'd be okay. It'd be a very high-end product. You just need to be mindful that high-end products in gardens sometimes can cause, like, severe stress. Bush is obviously
preferred.
because it's got that lower N, which, and I know it's out of stock on the website at the moment. Just we're trying to sort all that out. Still,
Have you had any luck with that? You hit a wall? They seemed excited.
they did, and then, but I think that we could get it made from
Our chemist.
our chemist, which we met today.
So,
Yeah, but three-way, absolutely. I'd be more inclined to put it at the base of the tree root branch. What are they called? Trunk. That's right. At the base of the trunk.
Shaft.
The shaft. Yeah,
roots and shoots.
Yeah, roots and shoots is just.
But if you've got those products, then yes, three-way, yes. I don't know. I shouldn't have laughed, but I wouldn't be putting Trojan in my garden. But
No,
not gonna kill it.
It's not the first choice. It's just obviously be mindful. You know, if you've got that scoop of bush and you've got one of those scoops, like protein
it's 2
powder
square
scoop,
meters or something, or 3 square
just
meters.
use half the
Of
container
Trojan.
for what you normally would, or even maybe two. Stick to half. It's probably easier. And then three-way, to the soil. Roots and shoots can go leaf or soil, but it's just mainly the N that's going to be your problem. That's all. N being nitrogen.
I'm hitting a wall. I'm hitting that wall that I knew was coming. I thought it would come at 2 o'clock. And you know why it's not come till 3:20? Because I haven't eaten.
You did say that.
This might not surprise those of you that have been involved in the podcast for a while, but I tied one on last night to use.
You did very well. To,
No one thought I would be here today.
I
You
knew
knew I'd be here.
I knew you'd be here. I just didn't know what
What were your
time.
thoughts?
Yeah, I didn't think you'd be. I knew you'd be here, but I thought you would be seedy.
Yeah. Normal. I feel amazing. I'm just tired because I only slept for 6 hours. But yeah, I don't know. I think I'm getting really good at it, which is sad. My organs are hurting. There was a few questions. I want to go back to the start because we've kind of jumped over. Did we talked about Fox on TikTok? Yep. Brad on YouTube said, also, is the fully sick annual plan out yet?
It's written, and I'm just the biggest piece of shit, and I'm the first one to put my hands up. It's written.
We're going to make it hardcover? Is it good? Have you seen it, Kira?
It's fucking good.
It's fucking good.
Yeah.
Oh, it's like from New South fucking Wales.
Yeah.
So it's fucking good. So are we selling it?
Nah.
You're going to give it away?
Yeah, it's gonna be free.
What if we hard copy it and we sell it? Then you have to sell it. Put a little binder on it and shit.
Well, the complete book will be a PDF and also an actual book.
How many pages are we talking?
I think once it's fully completed, it could be 50, 60 pages. Once it's fully completed. Yeah.
How big are these pages? Like a Bible?
Like there's going to be pictures and diagrams and
Yeah.
stuff.
I was going to ask you if you wanted to use my lawn to take some before photos of weeds that don't exist on Earth yet and like add them to your little sick annual plan.
It's so funny, like that. Still, the weed and feed ad is just the comments. The joke is just going over so many people's heads, and I love it because it's like,
What's the joke? The only reason I'm wearing this is because I couldn't get a pirate hat. What do we need? A dog costume. The next ad, I'm going to dress up as a dog.
When I was driving home last night, I rang Angel, and she said if you went to Krispy Kreme yesterday and spoke like a pirate, they'll give you a free donut. And I'd just driven past Krispy Kreme on.
Let's just
Paul
say
Wayford Road.
that probably saved you from making a
No,
mistake.
I would have went there. Yar, I'll take a dozen and see what happens. See if I get a 13.
I taught my kids about baker's dozens the other day.
Yeah, you did say that. Yeah.
Do they know that now? Right. I'm going to go back to the start of the ones we've missed and ask them. Where are we? We've done the 1.4. And look, Daniel Hannum that asked about the 1.4 kilos per 100 square meters of nitrogen. I don't think you answered the question
No,
specifically enough.
because I can't on the
we need
fly.
to go work out what that is in
Yeah,
nitrogen.
I can't work out on the fly what the application would then be of Trojan to be able to
Like
make
how
that.
many kilos? Like if 25, 0, 10, that's not 25% of the actual product, although it actually is for this product, which means that for every kilo of, so it's 250 grams. Sorry. Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, I can't work out the application rate on the fly. I can't.
All
I'm
right,
sorry.
that's fine. It's
But-
okay. It's a right to acknowledge that you're not good at
Yeah,
some
that's
things.
right. I don't have that piece of paper that tells me otherwise.
Yeah, maybe you should ask someone who's done a
Yeah.
diploma in turf management. Liam Doyle on IG. Hey, boys.
Hey.
Any tips on top dress where I've had some trees removed years ago? The section keeps on sinking. Sand. Sandy loam. Sand and lime.
Depending
free
on
to
it.
jump in,
I'm
bro.
just thinking, like, why does it keep sinking? Where's it going? Like,
To China.
like
I tried. Turns out
yeah.
you can't get to China doing that.
well, that guy that was, what's that really smart African American dude with the frizzy hair? He was talking.
Neil deGrasse Tyson.
Is that his name? He was talking that
I think that was a pretty close fucking. Can anyone jump in? Are you guys still here?
he was on Joe Rogan. He's on Joe Rogan.
Neil
a lot.
deGrasse Tyson? Is that how you say it?
Frizzy hair. Yeah.
Frizzy's a Gawler word for curly. Like,
No, that's curly.
we almost got through a whole podcast without you being
No.
profiled.
But frizzy is frizzy.
Yeah, Frizzy.
You know, like
really.
the Pantene ads. He said it's technically possible, but also not possible.
Because you'd melt your drill bit.
Yeah.
You're better off just catching a plane, right?
Yeah.
Well, hang on. TikTok questions come through. Better answer it before they go away.
What were we talking about before that?
Fushi Guru on TikTok. Do you boys answer questions on TikTok?
Yes.
We do. See? The problem is, unfortunately, with TikTok is that people disappear really quickly. Quick, another one. Adam Griffiths on TikTok. What's with the overalls? It's a cotton product designed to protect my skin when using products that require protection from on my skin. Yeah?
Mm-hmm.
Yep. It's also it's on brand for us, so it's about creating a caricature. And I really wish it was something different. I wish I could have an open shirt with tattoos on my chest and wear fucking $5,000 Gucci shirts, but I don't have the body for it. So this is what you get.
I reckon FedEx has come here about 15 times today.
They probably want to work on that. Bearded Sith, I will buy the hardcover. There you go. And we'll call that book, the hardcover will be called The Helmet.
The helmet.
You need a beer. I do, Mudge. I'm actually thinking about that right now. Fushi Guru, do you have a question? Okay, here we go. Fushi Guru on TikTok. My dog ruins my grass by running on it. I tried to relay it and it just gets ripped up. Any recommendations? You can start with the sensible ones and I'll do the stupid ones.
Ideally warmer weather to promote recovery, depending on your lawn variety. Something like the Lawn Builder pack, that's the pack we put together for these situations. You know, roots and shoots obviously will help aid in relieving stress and promoting root and shoot development, whilst Trojan and BBW together will help retain moisture in the soil and push that growth, rigorous growth. Yes.
They have just said, thinking about going to fake grass as a last resort. Do not do that. Fuck fake grass. It's shit. And you will have other issues because the dog's still going to run on it. So all of a sudden you'll have the grass flat in those areas. You're going to have piss and shit, and don't do that. My recommendation would be, obviously, like in an ideal world, block the area off so the dog can't run on that area while it's repairing, kind of like a golf course would do when they have a ground under repair if there's been cart damage or sadly sometimes motocross damage from idiots on greens. Train your dog not to do it. That's a tough one. That's also some advice I give for dogs pissing on lawns, and it's not practical. But yeah, a lot of times we have questions about things that are being done by people or dogs, and the answer ideally is stop the people or the dogs doing the thing that's affecting the lawn. If you can't do that, all you can do is support it with good practices, so regular mowing, aeration. It's probably a bit more compact if the dog's been running there a lot, and the fertilizer and wetting agent products that our friend Adam Jones over there mentioned before he started trying to work out if his eyeballs were still in his head.
Piece of shit just blew my eye.
That's what happens when you pay people to shit in your face.
Back and before that question, we're talking about the hole in the lawn. If it's really deep, if it's
We're going to actually go back and answer that question.
if it's really deep, or it's like proportionately just
It's
like,
like it doesn't make sense that you're
Yeah.
putting so much soil in there and it's not filling it.
I wouldn't be filling it with straight sand only because
The sand's getting through.
Like, obviously something's happening. You need something that will be a bit more, I suppose, tacky. So a sandy loam would be better in that situation. Then once a lawn, grows over it and you got a solid lawn base there, then you can look at straight sand to top dress and make it, just do those final adjustments and make it nice.
I will ask another question. Sorry, I'm just reading them. Jace Maskin on Facebook. Okay, I have a half decent question. I like how Jace has fucking given himself a. This is a good one. It's half decent. I don't know if he thinks the rest is shit or if they're really good and he's yeah. Anyway, 5 litre spray over 100 square meters. One pass, or is it 2 passes? 10 litres, because I'm thinking the reason I didn't have the best success with NSFW was maybe because I did 1 pass, maybe not enough product.
The amount of water is somewhat irrelevant. It's only the amount of product. So NSFW is 50 mil per 100 squares. If you use the full 50 mil over 100 squares and you only use 5 litres, that's perfectly fine. You've done the application rate. Things to consider as to why potentially your result wasn't as good could potentially be the weather. The weather plays a big part. Weed maturity, if they were big weeds. If they were potentially the spray application wasn't ideal. So what I mean by that is if you've missed areas. So you might have, areas in which it wasn't sprayed. Ideally, some applications are up and back and side to side to get maximum full coverage is fine. And I've lost my whole train of thought there. Nozzle selection. It potentially might have been either too fine or too coarse. That also does have an impact, but your standard flat fan nozzle should be fine for NSFW. I haven't had too much drama when using stuff like products like that with just a standard flat fan. So. Oh, Jesus.
Clifford on YouTube. If you don't want to thatch up your thatch tuff, would you recommend using Got Laid instead of Trojan? What does Ervo use? Ervo uses a product that we don't sell.
Yeah.
He's an asshole.
He's got a real specialised product.
He's very specific, very particular.
Got Laid is actually like, if outside of the oohs and the ahs of lawn care, Got Laid's probably the best fertiliser.
What the fuck is the oohs and the ahs?
Iron and high nitrogen.
Oh, it's just like.
Yeah, like oohs and ahs, like Jeff Goldblum in The Lost World Jurassic Park. Ooh, ah, that's how it always starts. And later there's running and screaming.
I don't think I've seen that movie. Ervo loves that movie. I want to get him a Jurassic Park pinball machine, but he wants one of those digital ones where it's like you can change it.
It's just difficult, isn't it?
I just feel like a digital pinball machine is like one of those rubber sex dolls, right? Like it's not what it's meant to be.
You're doing it, but it's not like. Got Laid's our most balanced fertiliser, and I actually used it at Dad's place for a whole season where it was just Got Laid, and I found it does what it does. It's a starter fertiliser, but it's also a nice balanced fertiliser. And when I used it, he must have had a phosphorus deficiency because that's one of the elements that Trojan doesn't have. Is phosphorus. So
you wanted me to use Got Laid on mine.
I did.
We'll test it. How about we do that for you? We'll put Tiff Tough
because
Got Laid on mine.
Yeah, it's still got a 19% nitrogen, so it's not a low, like by no stretch.
It's a different. Yeah. It doesn't have it doesn't have the slow release coat.
Correct. Yeah, it's more of
it's pure.
It's like that because it's sold and designed as a starter fertilizer, so we want those roots to take up that nutrients as quick and as efficiently as possible. That's why, there's no slow release in it. But yeah, you could have 100% used Got Laid on Tiff Tuff. There's no, and despite the email that I got during the week that we can't. How was it worded? Because we've got to be careful. You don't want to upset anyone. It was worded like, how can you sell your fertilizer for Tiff Tuff? Because it's not owned by said company. Like you don't own Tiff Tuff, so you can't sell fertilizer to suit Tiff Tuff.
Okay. We also, I guess, we buy eggs from a supermarket that doesn't own the fry pan company that we cook the eggs in.
Right. And
Like, what do you want me to do?
just because we don't own said grass variety doesn't mean we have to use said grass varieties distributors fertilizer. Like, you know what I mean? It was really quite funny. I had a good chuckle. Had a very good chuckle. But yeah.
Dot on TikTok. Should I punt $50? Yes.
On the pair. Well, I won $30 on the pokies last night. Had $5. You know, at $5 game for chips turned into $30.
Oh, good work. We do not promote gambling. And if you
No.
feel that you might be addicted, seek help at 1-300
I think it's a 1-800
1-800 better BETR
872.
02679.
That's definitely not the number for the reading and writing hotline.
Okay, cool. What time is it? 3:36. Nate Extreme on YouTube. I saw a YouTuber that doesn't have any qualifications released a lawn care program recently. Thought that was a bit off.
Yeah, I've spoken about that before. It's look, if people, as we know, people buy things, right? And if I'm assuming that there's obviously a market for that, but there would be no point and no value to us selling something that we've created based on our customer base. Like that information, all the information that's going to be in this is available on the internet, and some of it will include stuff that I've done personally.
Would you call this Lawnhub literature?
Fuck, that got Dylan's eyebrows up.
Why didn't you perm your eyebrows? Why not? I'm old. You wait to get older, bro. They don't start. They just make a weird. There's a point in life when a barber adds to the conversation, would you like me to do your eyebrows? And it's fucking sad. Because you're like, oh. And I imagine I have the ear question coming. And they're like, would you like me to do your ears? I don't have that. No one's ever told me about that. I think it's coming.
Every haircut, you gotta do your brows.
They ask. Yeah, grows at the same speed.
So yeah, obviously, yeah, our lawn plan won't. We won't make you purchase it.
Well, you can't. Well, you can't. There's like a person who hasn't like done any medical study at all. Like, you know,
Yeah,
giving you health advice.
I think morally, I don't think it's the right thing to do either. Is if, like, I understand because I think I know the person that
that Nate's
that
referring
Nate's
to.
talking about, and I also don't believe that said person's content is original either. It's just copying someone's. Like, we do it all. We talk about, you know.
I thought you were saying we do it all the time. I'm like,
no. We talk about it all the time. That, you know, YouTube's not our strong point in terms of like subscribers and followers, but we're forever changing our content in terms of ads, things that people see, things that we talk about, and things like that. And we would have none of it if it wasn't for our customers. So why would we charge something like a lawn plan when we sell fertilizer? When we'll give you that lawn plan and then, you know, in trust that you take that and go, oh, cool. So that's when I apply Trojan. That's when I apply Wedding Agent. That's why I would use a Celiprin at this time of year. Speaking of Celiprin, we've got, I don't know if anyone would have more Celiprin than us right now. So hit us up.
Do you want some cake?
What kind of cake?
Looks like a passion fruit cake.
Oh, that was from the other day.
Is that your birthday cake? Or Emma's?
When was that? Thursday?
Was it good?
Yeah, it was.
Yep.
Yeah, right.
All right, Mudge, I'll have some. That's my dinner.
Yeah, I'll have a little
Or
sliver.
lunch. What about you two? No. Dylan just wants to go home. So what I was laughing at when you were talking was Melbourne Grasscutter on IG, rotary scissors on Clint's eyebrows. And then Daniel Pittman asked, Adam, is there a fat chapter on mushrooms, bro?
I haven't started mushrooms specifically, but I have.
We should do mushrooms and write the chapter.
Oh, God.
Just microdose, just to keep you focused.
Seeing sounds and hearing colours.
It's the best.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, because obviously, mushrooms are very complex in terms of the lawn, and I've spoken about it before. But yeah, it really is a case by case situation when it comes to mushrooms.
Jace Meakin said, "Great integrity, lads. It's one reason why I'm a customer." Jace was the one that asked about the passes and the 5 litres and the 10 litres. Nate Extreme. Oh God. I don't even know if I want to read this because I don't even know who you guys are talking about, but I'm going to read it because it's there. He's located in Victoria and his missus bought him everything for his kike lawn.
I can't talk about it.
I don't even know who the fuck he's talking about, so I don't care. You two can have people that hate you on the internet. I'm not going to do that because I want to be loved by all. Nate Extreme, I got fun mushrooms in my yard. TY on TikTok, Palmer or Palmy?
Palmy. Yeah.
South Australia, Palmy.
Yeah.
I don't actually think that they're legally allowed to use Palmy in the other states because we own the trademark. Do you like Palmies?
Fucking love Palmy. I'm not a...
Is that Mudge?
Actually, sorry.
Oh, yes. You're a legend. This is so good. Whose cake is this? Kira's.
Curious.
Happy birthday, Kira. I don't have a birthday noise for you, Kira. I've got not financial advice.
I do like a chicken schnitzel with garlic sauce and prawns.
I went through a stage where I was just eating salt and pepper squid. And then I went through a beef schnitzel with mushroom. And I always get a second mushroom sauce. Because it's never enough. I don't know if this might... we might get more viewers if they watch us eat. People are into that shit. I'll take my socks off soon.
I'm internally laughing about that comment before as well. That's the best comment I've read all week or heard all week.
All right, what do we got?
Because, it just goes to show that
The world knows.
the world knows, and
That's what you need to say.
That's all I'm saying on that.
Camorro? It's like tomorrow with a K, with a C. I've just dethatched my lawn and I'm going to aerate it this weekend. Is there a right or wrong time to aerate?
I used to have a Cam Morrow work for me.
CAMMORRO on Instagram.
Moz, if that's you, hope you're doing well, mate. If it's not, I'm still going to help you.
I don't like passion fruit seeds.
Fair enough.
I think it ruins the fruit.
The short answer is no. You can core 365 days a year. That is fine. There's no wrong time to core. That's fine. Obviously, if it's absolutely pissing down with rain and your backyard's flooded, then that's a situation that, probably there's other things that you'd need to be doing than coring your lawn.
Also, if there's like a wedding or something,
Yeah,
you can still do it.
yeah, just do it. Like you could...
You're the kind of fucking weirdo that would have someone coring the lawn at your wedding and be like, this is just, makes it feel, it's a vibe. I don't also like sponge cake. I think it's stupid. In a world where, and I know this is your cake, Kira, so this isn't directed at you because you chose it. And did you choose this? I feel like sponge cake is, why would you have a sponge cake when you can have a mud cake? Do you like mud cake? Do you like cheesecake? That's why then. I just feel like it's like, people that have like carbureted engines when you can have fuel injection. I feel like sponge cake is what, I don't know, poor people ate in the... I think I've got a real issue with like poor food. Tuna morning. Fucking can't stand this shit.
Because you had too much of it.
I ate it every week.
Yeah. Oh, that's...
And I think this is the kind of cake that we could afford when I was a kid. And so I don't want to eat it. I want to eat the like indulgent, ridiculous, diabetes creating shitstorm of cakes that I like to eat now. But I appreciate that Kira doesn't want to hear about it anymore. She's like, that's not my favourite cake. But thank you.
Everybody sent me a message and complimented the cake.
He liked it. Yeah, he also buys fertilizer from competitors.
Yeah, he does.
No, that wasn't like, it's all right. I like it. But you know what's funny? The sponge cakes that Emma had, it was a coffee one. Did you have that? Oh, you might have been away
Tiramisu, I think.
doing the romance. And yeah, that was a good cake. All right, questions. You like listening to me eating? Palmer said bearded Nate and Sith, bearded Sith and Nate. Manjarang and VJ agree. Mac Bank. There's spat all over my laptop. You charge more for that one, Dylan. That one can go in your weekend film. Oh God, I don't like getting involved in these questions. So Mac Bang with Jonesy and Clinto. I don't understand.
No, neither. Sorry.
Never been called Clinto. Melbourne grass cutter. Oh, sorry, Jimmy Depieri. What's the best way to convince your wife that you need to buy a scarifier? My answer to this is very rude, so I'll let Jonesy.
I don't think you just go and do it.
Forgiveness over permission, mate.
Yep. I don't know. I don't remember the reasoning for why I bought mine. I think me and Brad were just like, can we go halves? Should we go halves? Like me and him spoke, and we went to the shop and we got it. And then I think 4 uses in, it broke, and then we then got another one.
I'm just thinking out loud here. Put this on the whiteboard as well. Why don't you try and win one? Currently available. We've got one left. We'll give more shit away next month. I think sometimes these are kind of like joke questions, but this is. I'm going to say it because I'm thinking it. If you're in a relationship where you have to ask your wife for permission to buy a scarifier, then I would probably seriously reevaluate my relationship. Kira's nodding.
I must admit, Angel is very good to me.
But also, I guess if there's a situation where you buying that scarifier means that you guys don't eat that week, then you probably don't need to ask her at all and just get the food.
Yeah. Situational.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
There's no middle.
Yeah.
So I don't tell my fucking... How many more mowers have I got? It's become a joke.
Clint's mower shop.
Yeah. Fucking... That's
Can't
not
service
alliteration.
them, though.
Clint's Cutters.
Clint's Cutters. No servicing, just sales.
Yeah, we only do battery operated ones. Don't bring them back. And they're all fucking out of whack. Melbourne Grass Cutter has a serious answer for Jimmy Depieri. Ask her to help you do it manually. She will let you know to get one.
That's actually good. That's a good answer.
Here's a question from Mandarin. What's your favourite meat from the deli?
Oh, Smiley Fritz.
Ugh.
Or
Hang on. Fuck! Ah! Okay.
Is that the brother Because that goes for 4 hours, so we're just going to have to wait a sec.
I've turned it off. It's all right.
Or a good mortadella.
Ooh. Pepper or olive?
Depends how I feel. I could easily go both.
They should do a double down, shouldn't they?
Yeah, they should.
All right.
Is it called mortadella in the other states?
Mortadella in Melbourne, in Carlton area.
Yeah.
That was really bad. Sorry, guys. Favourite meat from the deli? We buy a lot of ham, and I buy it as Australian ham as I can get. So the Barossa, Gypsy, that kind of ham. But I also like the salamis, the spicy salamis.
Twiggy sticks.
Not a big Twiggy stick fan.
Not a big Twiggy stick fan.
I think that was a childhood problem as well.
Okay.
My kids eat Twiggy sticks like they're getting paid to do it, and the smiley shits. I don't fucking understand how anyone would buy that. Like
Smiley Devon for the other states.
Any fucking meat product that they can
I
paint
get
a
it.
fucking smile in.
I get
What
it.
are you doing?
I get it, but I've eaten it as a kid, and we had it when we introduced it to Isaac.
I opened it and I'm like, like it just fucking. It smells like Veolia.
Nah, not that bad.
I reckon everything that doesn't get incinerated there goes into smiley fritz.
goes to Primo to be made into.
Yeah, the upside down smiles over there,
Yeah.
and the smiles in there. What else? Yeah, I'm not a prosciutto fan.
Okay.
You?
If it's
Take
there,
it or leave it.
I'm not
You're
going to
not
go
gonna buy it.
Yeah, I'm
Yeah.
not going to go out and buy it. We had a really good mortadella pizza when we were in Bright, a wood oven pizza with mortadella, and like capers, and like olive oil. Oh, it was fucking.
Tell me there was some buffalo mozzarella or something on top of that, and I'm there.
There was big chunks of mozzarella. It was fucking good.
You a bocconcini fan?
I love bocconcini. Yeah. We
You know what we should do? We should do a Coles order right now.
Yeah.
Get some bocconcini.
So we had Penfield Olives. They used to do these little green peppers, and they said if you cut the top off of them and you put the little bocconcini in it.
Those little red peppers that had the sweet cheese in them. A friend of mine used to work at the meat deli at Foodland, Newton. That's a fucking meat deli.
That's an actual deli.
Yeah. And she'd always give me them, like a little container of them.
Yeah.
Fucking so good. They'd be super healthy as well.
Oh yeah, it's so
Anything
healthy.
that tastes that
Yeah.
good. Nate Extreme, I've been trying to win a Scarifier for about 6 or 7 weeks now. We appreciate your support, Nate, and we wish you all the best.
How's
My
Skays-
recommendation, change your name to Jate.
How's Skaysbrook buying a gift card and putting it in the comments for someone to use? Like he put the redemption code.
Get fucked.
Yeah, and he said like, "Good luck, someone use it."
Whoever
Like,
gets it first. Has it been used?
I actually didn't check because I was like, because I was on my phone and you know what the
If
Shopify.
I knew, I
thing's
would have
like.
used it.
Yeah, next week's winner, Clint Adams.
Ding, 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 ding,
Yeah.
ding, 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 ding. And be like, then they're like a week later, Clint's giving away a Scarifier because he's lost the battery and it doesn't work anymore. Christian Ritchie on Facebook. Welcome to the pod. A bit late, but thank you for joining us.
Yes.
Should I or can I use wet before I do a reno? Will it help? Christian Moama, New South fucking Wales.
You can do it.
Whoa, that worked. Where's that been?
I am on before when we had the winner announced.
I was
I
so
know he
focused
did,
on the high quality delivery of the win that I didn't hear it
Yeah, you can use wet before or after. It doesn't matter.
because it goes into the soil.
That's right. Well, you've got to water it in. So once it's in the soil, it's in the soil.
Bearded Sith said, "I bet Jonesy's favorite Macca's meal is nuggets."
Nah, I did get nuggets. Remember when I was hungry that day and I got double quarter pounder and nuggets and mozzarella sticks. I was hungry that day. I raided them.
Have you seen that kid on Instagram, the little chubby kid that sits in the back of the car and he's like, "Ba ba 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 ba." Like, today we have McDonald's and I got a cheeseburger. Do you know the kid I'm talking about? He's like, "I'm loving it." Ba 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 ba. And then the guy just fucking goes away.
Yeah, I think they turned that into a show called Supersize Me, didn't they?
This kid's built. But yeah, it's funny because I don't follow that, but it pops up obviously now because Instagram's algorithm's probably not dissimilar to TikTok where you don't have to follow, you still get the boobs. And see Bert Kreischer follows his page. I'm just like, of fucking course he does. I can just see him sitting in his swimming pool fucking naked after having a bath in the pool, just like, hey, check this out.
Yeah.
Jimmy Depieri, yeah, good point. I'll buy one today. Yeah, fucking you go do that. That's the Scarifier. So
You do
yeah.
you,
Or
boy.
you could win one. What is your halloumi cheese? Mandarang.
Do like halloumi.
We
Fried halloumi.
I used to do halloumi, so we'd go buy chorizo. That's the one that probably got overlooked, and halloumi, and cut the chorizo obviously that way, and then cut the halloumi into squares the same size and cook it on the barbie, and just lemon and lime juice, no salt because it's fucking salty, bit of cracked pepper, not even really that needed. And this is back when we lived at Gillis Plains, so I think I had a job then. I wasn't like I didn't have the same grocery budget that I do now. And so we'd have like Mudge and the guys and the girls around would all sit around and I'd cook that up and it was like this fucking like, oh my God, like halloumi and chorizo. And then I'd do asparagus on the barbie and cover it with Parmesan cheese and then like crust the Parmesan and then take that off and kind of eat that as an entree as well. It was really good.
Okay.
He's not convinced. What is double quarter pounder?
Yeah, double quarter pounder with a full strength Coke.
If I get a double quarter pounder, I add 3 to 4 portions of lettuce to it.
Yeah, you did say that. There is a quarter pounder
You know what?
that comes with lettuce.
No matter how much lettuce you add, they only put in that much lettuce. And then I go onto Uber Eats and say, this was not how I ordered it. And they go, here's a free hamburger. There's a good little Uber Eats hack for anyone who... Have you ever had an Uber Eats account deleted, like for fucking reporting it too much?
Angel's brother.
Yeah. Too much fucking refund action.
Yeah, they shut it down. Yeah.
Yeah, okay. Is that all the questions, Kira? Or are you just trying to go home? Kira's like, 10 minutes before home time, I'm going to stop posting questions.
Shut it down.
All right. I'll ask this question from Chris on IG from a while ago. What's a good entry-level cylinder mower? I've been looking for one for a while. Just can't decide what brand or model to go with. Any help is appreciated. Well, I can tell you, I've bought all of them in the last 12 months.
Literally all of them.
So I've got a Bush Ranger, I've got a Massport, I've got a refurbed Unicorn. What else have I got? Is that all of them? Steve bought a Cox.
Yes.
So I think if you're looking to spend $1,700 to $2,100 for a brand new cylinder mower, you pretty much can't go wrong with any of the brands I just mentioned. The Cox good. Steve bought the Cox because it had more blades. It was like a 9-blade cylinder, more than a 7, I think. They look a bit agricultural. The Cox. It's still old school. It's kind of like hard bent kind of angles. Yeah. The Pro Tier, I mowed with my Pro. No, it's not a Pro Tier. Massport.
Massport, yeah.
I like the Massport. I think the plastic catcher's okay. It feels a bit light.
The Massport's probably the most ergonomic.
That handle's really good. Yeah, I do like that. And it starts and runs well compared to. I mean, I did snap the Bush Ranger. So
you've put that Bush Ranger through hell.
Yeah,
you snap the
dropped the blade into the dropped the catcher cover into the blade.
Yeah, the cord.
So, but it's a good mower.
It is, and it's actually a really heavy mower too.
I think if I had I mowed on the weekend, and I walked up to both of those mowers and grabbed the Massport. So I didn't. I guess they were both in exactly the same spot, and I chose to use the Massport. So I would say I probably prefer the Massport over the Bush Ranger, but they're both good mowers. I feel like the Massport, if it's the same price, it just feels a little bit more designed.
Yeah.
Like it's a bit more soft around the edges. It's a bit more that red handle. Like, yeah, it's just, I don't know.
It's comfier to use.
Yeah. And you'll rev down to stop the blade spinning, whereas the other one you have to disengage the blade.
Yeah. There's obviously upgrades you can do for that. But like, yeah, the Massport is a nice mower. Yeah. If you had a big open space, that Bush Ranger or the Unicorn Scott Bonner being a 20-inch is just a bigger platform. It's
I did take a while to mow my lawn, but that was fine. Like the whole time I was like, I need to pay someone to do this. I need to pay someone to do this. I need to pay someone to do this.
But then again, if you take it to the next level, your bloody Toro Greensmaster Flex you had, that was really nice to
That's
to
a
walk
teacher got a
behind.
golf
Yeah,
club.
it is. Yeah, I saw it the other week and when I was on holidays. Yeah.
Adam on YouTube, triple smoke. I hope that answers your question. But yeah,
yeah, any of those entry level, that price level, that price.
When I went to Stanford Mowers and bought the Bush Ranger, I asked him why he didn't have another mower. I think he had the Massport and the Bush Ranger, and I said, "Why don't you have the other mower?" It might have been Cox. And he said, "I find that Bush Ranger and Massport have the best after sales service, and I'll fucking tell you, Bush Ranger does."
They were brilliant.
The guard, I argued with them. I said, this is not a warranty. You shouldn't be doing it. He's like, no, it's a warranty. They'll warranty it. I'm like, no. I should have tightened up those screws so that the thing didn't fall in. He's like, no, that's fine. We'll get you a warranty. I'm like, that was either Stanford Mowers pushing for it or it was them. But yeah, I'd say a good after sales service. Triple smoked ham and extra hot Hungarian salami. Thanks, Adam. I don't think that question was actually directed at you, but thanks for jumping in. Bearders with pounders, a very meat-heavy ratio.
Yeah.
That's why you add lettuce. Nathan Scasebrook on Facebook. I'm sure this has been asked, but I forget. Can I add roots and shoots to NSFW? Or what, bow and arrow? Is that like an NSFW?
I think so, yeah.
Yeah, so can I add roots and shoots to NSFW or bow and arrow?
I haven't tested it. I know it mixes well with three-way. We sell a pack with three-way. I personally only like to use roots with wet. Personally, that's just with what and you'll find that in my lawn plan that's a common application. Roots and that's the common. If I'm doing a wet application, I'll throw roots in it with it. But yeah, chemically, I don't think it's a problem.
Shake it up in a jar.
Yeah, do the jar test and you can tell me.
Erfo's jumped on. What the fuck? Actual Ervo?
Is he still here? Oh no, he left.
Knew you would be the one to jump on this. Does he know Nathan Scasebrook?
I don't know.
Because Nathan said, how big is Steve's cocks? A hard bent angled cocks, huh? Yeah. Good one, guys. Real fucking mature. And then Ervo said, knew you'd be the one to jump on this, pun intended. So obviously they know each other. Christian Richie Jonesy, did you go through Echuca and Moama when you went down to Bright the other week? Quick answers, mate. It's 4 o'clock. Come on.
I can't actually.
Obviously, it's a fucking memorable place.
Echuca. I don't remember those names. Don't ring a bell.
So Mandurang's just gone and answered the Kaikuyu out the front and Buffalo out the back, but the kite has started to spread into the buff. What's the best way to get rid of the Kaikuyu? Mandurang, don't bother, enjoy your new kite lawn.
I love it. That's such like a.
It's an
such
Australian
old,
lawn fanatics answer, but it's like the originals.
Yeah, it's such an old answer, but it's so funny. Like
James, serious answer. You're going to have to spot spray or hand remove. There's no selective. Yeah, you could buy the Lawnhub Dingaling and or the Lawnhub Dong and paint it, but they're not available till Tuesday. Some Brando just messaged me and said some dude on the phone says he has a pizza of a joke.
I don't know what that means.
Do you want the call? Has a pisser of a joke, as in a lawn hub joke. Bring it in. This could be interesting. This could be Lawn Hub's first live call. Sorry, guys. What time do you finish, Dylan? Now? Is this a Lawn Hub?
Yep.
Grab the phone,
He
Jonesy.
said he commented on it.
I'll let you take this.
Is it on loudspeaker?
So I can put it on speaker.
How do you put it on speaker? Down the bottom?
Hit resume, you go to options and speaker.
Hang on, mate. Hang on, mate. I'm going to put you on loudspeaker so we can hear you through. How the fuck do I do that? Hang on, mate. I've got to put you on loudspeaker. Hang on. I'm going to get an adult to help me. All right. So we've got our first live caller. I'm very excited by this, and it's unfortunate for Dylan because it means he's going to have to stay back. But meow, 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 meow. I can't believe we've got that.
Do we need another adult?
I can read this, right? That doesn't ruin it. So this is Cody on the phone.
Yeah.
He said, I have the most insane story about a mower and a three-legged dog. I'll call you and tell you about it. I have been fucking dreaming of the day when we have a live caller, and I've been thinking about getting it added to people to be able to ring in with their questions.
Yeah. Phone a Clint.
I was going to say just give him my number and then you can call my mobile and I'll put it on loudspeaker, but I'm a little bit concerned about my number being out in the wild.
It is out in the wild if you know where to look. Oh, here we go. The adult's adulted. Here we go.
All right. All right. How are you, man?
Yeah, good boys yourselves.
Very well. So this is Cody.
This is Cody, mate, and this is Lawnhub, mate. This is a dream come true.
You are our first ever live caller. Welcome. And tell us this story about your three-legged dog and a mower. And I hope, remember, we are live.
Mate, so basically, here I am mowing the lawn with the old push mower. Absolute trooper of a thing, barely works. So, and I've got a three-legged dog. This was before the mower. His name's Chippy. He loves his life. He pops along like nothing's going on in his life, but everyone looks at him like he's gonna have a short one. So I'm listening to me tunes, pumping some whipped biscuit as I do, mate. Yeah, I've got a cold frothy in my hand. And little Chippy thinks that it's fun to go outside when I'm playing with the mower, but he's usually pretty smart and doesn't go around it.
Yep.
Because he knows that it's a bloody death machine. But one day, little Chippy went too far and he chopped his leg off once more, same side. I didn't know what to do, so I pulled him out and doing that. He's all right. He's passed away recently, but he had a few more months in him with heart. Like, yeah, it was a bit sad, but mate.
This is a horrible story, Cody. So your dog, you had a three-legged dog.
I had a three-legged dog.
And then it became a two-legged dog.
Two-legged dog.
But they were on the same side, so he couldn't walk on, couldn't walk upright or anything.
No, he couldn't do much.
So you just get a trolley or something.
Done?
What'd you get, a trolley or something, or you just carry him around?
We got one of those things to the vet. Cost me an arm and a leg.
Oh, that's a bit rough, isn't it? I was going to say, don't go there. You're worried about costing your arm and a leg. Fucking hell. So what's the moral of the story?
Moral of the story is if you've got a three-legged dog, maybe take a bit more care of it.
Yep.
Don't let it come outside when you're doing mowing.
And so your advice to people with four-legged dogs is roll with it.
If you have a four-legged dog, you try to keep it with four legs.
Yeah. That was amazing. We're going to send you a prize because I reckon that was fucking hilarious. I'm sorry about your dog. I rag a lot. I'm not a... I give my wife a heap of shit about our dog being a pain in the ass, but I definitely wouldn't want to cut his legs off. Don't tell me the details now, but I've got your number. I'll get your a postal address. We'll send you some stuff out there, hopefully to kind of keep that lawn looking good.
Well, you won't be able to send it to this. Like, do you mind if I give you a message on your Facebook?
Yeah, do that.
I'll give you my actual personal number.
Yeah, do that. Send me a message. Like send it through. However, send us a DM. We'll find it. We'll send you some shit.
Man, you guys absolute heroes there. Keep up the good work. I hope that I lived up to the first caller.
Well, you've set the bar pretty high.
Yeah, you have.
All right, Cody. Enjoy your weekend.
Absolutely, let the guys enjoy your day.
All right.
Regardless, guys, let's keep it.
He's got the shirt. See you, mate.
Anyway.
All right, there you go. We've had our first live caller. That was definitely unexpected and
Yes.
unplanned, but I think that's going to probably cause some issues that people now know that they can ring the Lawnhub landline and get patched through to the show. Anyway, we should finish this up because Dylan has an eyebrow perm. He's fucking throwing the music on. He's like, get the fuck out of here.
Dylan needs to.
Thanks for tuning into episode 34.
Ben Hart, thank you.
And so what's next week? 35.
35, Rhett Biglands.
Ooh, I know him. No, I don't. Anyway, see you later. Keep it green.
Bye.